What's up, Juventini? Alberto here. Got all your Juve news. All right, we're going to take a look at some rumors in the transfer window. We've got Juve's goalkeeping situation. We have a weird situation around Tiago Djaló. Indications on Rabiot's future, but what else is that symbolic of? And Juve's planned lineup and setup for next season. All right, so like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is the HAC. Let's rock. Let's get into this. So apparently when it comes to Zirkzee and Juventus, according to Romeo Gresti, there are absolutely no links between the two. We still continue to hear that Juve is going to work on bolstering the attack, and they are looking to move on from Milik and Keane. But Zirkzee, we've known for quite some time, seems to be closest to Milan. But Agresti made no mentions whatsoever of Retegui, so he probably will still remain in that list for at least the time being, okay? Now we move on to Tiago Djaló and a strange situation there on Juve's winter signing. Picked him up at a very low cost. It was a low-risk move that I had absolutely no problems with, all right? But apparently the latest report suggests he has not impressed Juventus since coming over. He has only been able to do so in training and for Massimiliano Allegri. Now, the interesting thing is he has been trying to recover also at the same time from a major injury that's seen him off the pitch back in March of 2023. So this is a very, very interesting one to follow, because does it actually count as a knock or a strike against Giuntoli? With some are trying to say or make that out to be. I can't really look at it this way. It's still low risk, potentially high reward, but all signs are pointing to a loan move for Djaló this summer. I cannot see even that going down. It'll be interesting to see if a coaching change comes. Now, when you want to talk about coaching change, the latest indications Romeo Gresti brings up to us are stating that there could be a leave from Adrien Rabiot, and he is set to leave Juventus this summer. I have never read a news blurb and had this little of a reaction. All right, I have absolutely no problems with this. And anyways, if we want to sign Adrien Rabiot to get one more good year, like we have to sign him for another 4 years. I'm done with it. I'm over with it. Higher salary on a guy that's bringing work rate and physicality, which even the physicality can be questioned at times. I'm done. I've been talking a lot lately on some shows about Juve being too comfortable and guys being too comfortable. He literally stands out to me immediately when I think about guys being too comfortable, all right? And for me, I have absolutely no problems with it. But Romeo Gresti says there are indications showing Adrien Rabiot could leave. Is this also symbolic of the end of Massimiliano Allegri 2.0 finally coming? Maybe. Just maybe. But that's the latest on Rabiot. Now, in terms of Agresti, he also states with Felipe Anderson set to come in on a free transfer, there will be another free transfer according to Romeo Agresti. So look for a second free transfer coming in. This shouldn't really be a surprise, as we're trying to work a zero mercato, which essentially means that whatever you bring in or spend needs to be equal to, if not less than, what you're selling. So don't be surprised on another free transfer. Now, the goalkeeping situation at Juventus. So, with Szczęsny, there are growing reports that he might just play out his current contract, which ends in the summer of next season, okay? Perin could be leaving this summer because Juve might want to make a move and plan for life without Szczęsny. And for me, that is probably the route I would go. It'd be nice to get something on Szczęsny if he's not going to renew and maybe move him this season. But then your target for goalkeeper coming in has to be ready to go. When you look at the targets, it's really only Carnesecchi, which is going to be a difficult piece of business at 30 to 40 million euros, or you have Di Gregorio, a little bit less, having two back-to-back great seasons for Monza. all right? But a lot of people can't shake his Inter mentality, all right? And the fact that he loves that side. Donnarumma being mentioned by Albanese as still always one to watch. His future and relationship with PSG is very much uncertain at the moment. Can't see that one going down if I can't see Carnesecchi going down. It's going to be an interesting one for Juventus to navigate. Do you run Tech into his free if he doesn't renew and won't do it at a lower salary, which is being reported? Or do you just bite the bullet, let him walk, and pick somebody up this season, moving Perin? This is a difficult one to look at. Honestly, I think if it were me, if you can make something and get a move for Szczesny, I would do that this summer. Not to say that he has been a problem, because he has not been a problem. But you really do have to look beyond. And this goalkeeping situation, we probably would have liked to deal with it a little bit later on, because we have other issues to work with, especially in the midfield and bolstering the attack. But it might be something that can't be ignored this summer. Interesting thing to follow going into the Mercato. Now, we get to Juve's plan setup going into next season. This comes from Romeo Gresti, and he says the plan is this: Szczesny, Danilo, Bremer, Calafiori, Cambiaso, Locatelli, Coop Mainers, making up a two-man pivot with Anderson on the right, Yildiz in the middle, Chiesa on the left, and Vlahovic up top, a 4-2-3-1. The immediate things that stick out to me is Anderson should not be coming in to be this main piece, okay, in a starting 11. I would say, why not go with a three-man midfield? And let's remember, Fagioli. Let's put Fagioli in this midfield as well, and maybe just go straight 4-3-3. Coop Mainers, two-man pivot, he could do it, but do you get the best out of him? If you go in a three-man midfield where Fagioli and Coop Mainers can get up and involved and play in that attacking roles on both sides, that could help us tremendously. So let's not forget about Fagioli, but that is the plan. I want to know what you all think about it. For me, it still looks rather soft overall. I also, if you want to do a two-man pivot, you can rotate between Fagioli and Coop Mainers and slot the other one more advanced. So it could still work and be good. Anderson should be used as a backup, in my personal opinion, a rotational piece, coming in, making him the main immediately. I'd like to see somebody stronger if that's what we are going to do, but I know that it's going to be difficult. This is it, though. You guys know the drill. I lay it out for you to play it out. Let me know what you think about that and all the other news you heard today. All right, so like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's mix it up. I'll be back tomorrow with another update. As always, fino alla fine, forza Juve. Ciao tutti.